So this is our final class, concluding our series that we did, our 30-minute series with just 4 classes this time. So tonight we're talking about staying healthy while traveling, and I kind of am focusing on what oils to pack and why they come in handy. So these are some things that I always take with me, and yes, I take my diffuser with me, so we're going to talk about that. But I just wanted to make sure to share with you guys how to stay healthy. And by the way, this will also be for those of you who maybe are staying home for the holidays. These are definitely my all-time favorite oils, and how I also use them, of course, if I am packing and going away. So if you've missed out on the classes we did previously, we touched on oily tips and DIYs for summer. So we did some, recipes for products you can do it yourself. The following week after that, which is on the 25th of November, we did ditching and switching. So we spoke about having a healthy home. And then last week, Wednesday, we talked about holiday gifts and DIYs, things that you can make for people and give that to them. And then tonight we're talking about staying healthy while traveling. So if you missed any of those previous classes and you actually did want to get that information, please send me an email, and my information is in the chat. So you can request whichever class you specifically wanted to learn more about, because we have recordings. Alrighty, so tonight we're discussing staying healthy while traveling. So I'll go through an introduction, some of my top oily pictures for traveling, and oils that we're using, and then I'll recap and talk about what's coming next. So my name is Jade Almaleh, for those who don't know me, and I'm super passionate about empowering people with the knowledge of how to embark on a wellness journey, caring for their family using natural and plant-based products. So here is going to be my overview of a packing list. So this should help you if you want to, get a picture of this. You'll get the screenshots to this in the slides. These are actually my little ones in the screenshot here in the slide. This is Sage, who traveled with me on the right, with her little travel bag when we went to South Africa together, just her and I. And yeah, we're there in the airport getting ready to do that long flight. And then here are my 2 kids together, and we are actually in Umhlanga on the side here. So we really traveled and went all through South Africa with our little ones. And I want to show you how important it is to have these oils and these products with you. So some of the favorites are NINGXIA red sachets. We're going to go into detail of all of these. The THIEVES spray, we're talking about the mini one. You'll see an image of this later. The THIEVES hand purifier, this is essentially our sanitizer, and I'll also touch on why that one is different and so great. Then we have Inner Defense, which is an awesome new product in South Africa, and that always comes with me everywhere as well. KidSense Mighty Pro, which is the probiotic. And then I like to take a wellness roller, a Breathe Easy roller, head tension roller, tummy tamer or tummy roller, a fever reducer roller, a sleep roller, which is mostly for me, and then some stuff that I like for Thieves tea. I always take a diffuser, and I take my essential oils with me, which I'm going to cover which ones. So here we go. Essential oils. I take Thieves, lemon, peppermint, lavender, RC, Dajaz, citronella. Those always come with me. Citronella specifically because of summertime and bugs. So that one is like a hit or miss. I mean, purification does the same. That's another one that actually always comes with me. It's really hard for me to just give you the definites, but I'm telling you, it's pretty much all the oils that come in our premium starter kit. That's why the value is huge. And then rollers, I will always have an immunity roller, a fever reducer roller, especially if I'm with the kids, an allergy or seasonal roller, because we're changing, from different seasons oftentimes, and a headache one for me, which is also great to have on an airplane. By the way, those images you saw and this bag is actually sold at Oily Spills shop. So you can get yours from there, because I do like to just show you guys. And remember, local is lekker, so it's nice to support our fellow South Africans. So if you have any questions, ask her. And I'm going to show you how awesome these bags are. So if you take a look at my image here, this can actually hold a diffuser inside, and then it also has spaces to put the oils around, right? So I take this with me in my travels, and we're lucky enough to have Del Rey on the call. So those are the ones that she's making in South Africa, and she's showing it. And again, it's brilliant. So this comes with me everywhere. And a little tip that I wanted to give you guys, with your diffuser, an idea is wipe it down, obviously make sure you don't have water in it. And then what I do is I wrap around my cord and I put that inside this diffuser. So the cord that is powering it up and turning it on goes inside this. And then, you know, I close that up and that pops into my diffuser bag. And then I put the oils that I cannot be without around that. And that goes into my suitcase. So that's the one that I check in. And then I definitely keep some oils with me in my purse or my handbag. And we'll talk about those. Okay, NINGXIA Red sachets. These come on a plane with me. So yeah, this one is, if they tell me that I can't take the liquids through, if I'm checking into a flight, I will literally drink it just before I go through security. Every country and rule is a little bit different on this one, but they will probably detect that there is NINGXIA if you are planning to check in. So, I mean, they'll detect that it's a liquid. So this one, you definitely want to have with you, even if you're just drinking it right before you step onto a plane. Super helpful because it is a powerful superfood drink with wolfberry puree. So this, I keep these in my fridge, and sometimes if it's going to be a road trip or a long journey and it's summertime, a really fun tip is I freeze them and then they slowly will kind of get slushy. So this is my kids' healthy slush drink because slushies are ridiculously not healthy for you and are full of sugar. So this way, we're actually boosting our immunity. And wherever possible, I will pack a bunch of these in a suitcase and actually send that through on the airplane so that I have enough to last me for the days that I am traveling. So for those who don't know about NINGXIA, it's actually grown in a town in China. It's in a province called NINGXIA, where this is why it gets its name. And NINGXIA red because it's a red wolfberry, so the color of the drink is very red. It is rich in a wide spectrum of antioxidant activity. So it's safe for all ages, even pregnant women, which is why I love it so much. And given that there is so much, there's so many germs and sort of sicknesses circulating in an airplane and in these small confined spaces, this is going to boost your immune system like in a huge way. So I really recommend having this, and then to be having it every day as much as possible to prevent sickness and just to keep you healthy. So it energizes, fortifies, and replenishes the body. It's got the highest levels of naturally occurring age-defying SRC activity to help support the immune function. If you don't know what the RX value is, I really recommend that you Google that one. It's a whole other talk, and we did a whole discussion on NINGXIA. So I'm happy to share that class with you guys as well if you want to learn more about it. It's great for cardiovascular health. It nourishes the eyes, contains flavorful and health-supporting essential oils. So it has orange, yuzu, lemon, and tangerine infused in the NINGXIA Red. And it's got 93% B-limonene, which is a powerful antioxidant, and it's a marker for bioactivity. So it helps maintain the body's normal cellular function. And kids love it, by the way. It's like their berry juice. Okay, so now things that are in my handbag. I always have one or more of these THIEVES hand sanitizers or hand purifiers. And so what is so great about this sanitizer is that it actually has, it doesn't feel like alcohol. It's not going to dry your skin or your hands out, which is awesome. So it kicks 99.99% of germs to the curb. You can really have clean hands anytime, anywhere with this sanitizer. It's small enough to fit in your purse or handbag or your travel bag, but it's big enough to honestly share for the whole family. This little thing, you use a drop on, one drop for 2 hands is all you need. So it's infused with aloe vera gel, and you really feel that. It's got a nice like silicone type feeling, and it has the cleansing properties as well of 100% pure THIEVES blend and peppermint essential oil. So it smells really fresh. In fact, my daughter used it yesterday. I'm like, did you just brush your teeth? She's like, no. I said, no, you did. She said, no, I didn't. I said, did you have a mint? No, I didn't. I'm like, what did you do? You smell so like fresh. should I just sanitize my hands? I'm like, oh, that's it. It smells amazing. It's really refreshing. So it really effectively eliminates common harmful germs and bacteria. And it's a lightweight formula that really leaves your hands soft and smelling divine, which I can attest to. So then we have our Thieves spray. This is essentially labeled as a Thieves cleaner. It's a multi-purpose little cleaner, but it's incredible. I like to travel with both. Now, the difference is I will use this for spraying on an airplane, the tray table, the armrests. I'll just give it a quick spray down. I'll kind of clean that area, wipe it down. It smells amazing. Most people are like, what is that? And then, of course, I'm sharing it with like half the whole plane. But anyway, I do use this a lot, and you can use this on your hands to sanitize them. It's not a problem. It works just the same, but the purpose of it is more for surface areas. And I'll also share a little trick with you guys, only because I can tell you this kind of off the record. Yes, it's labeled as like a cleaning spray, but I'm telling you, the stuff is the best ever throat spray as well. So if ever you have a dry, scratchy, irritated throat, you can literally just do one spray because there's nothing toxic in this product. So it's really helpful for dry throats. And I've done that and it is incredible. But they cannot label that because obvious reasons. You know, we're definitely going to be red flagged if we're saying this is labeled as a cleaner and a throat spray. So the two don't really work in most people's brains, but it absolutely is safe. Okay, so it's a perfect on-the-go quick cleaning solution. It's also got the smell of Thieves. It smells amazing. So it's got that cinnamon, clove, eucalyptus, rosemary, and lemon. That's the blend of Thieves. And it contains plant-based ingredients, of course, so it's safe to use around children and pets. And one spray will leave your surface and the space smelling really fresh and clean. Okay, and then because of COVID times, of course, masks are kind of needed and used everywhere. This was actually a mask that I made. I got into sewing these for a while. So a mask spray that you can make, a really nice idea, and you can also make your own Thieves spray if you wanted. So I just took here an empty bottle of Thieves and I bought a Thieves spray top. I do have some of those. If you wanted to email me and ask, I can help get you in touch. And I know that there's a lot of other companies and places where you can just buy that spray top for these bottles. So you would take an empty bottle of Thieves, you add 6 drops of Thieves essential oil, and then I add 3 drops of lemon essential oil, add a tiny bit of witch hazel, because anytime we're making a spray, we need witch hazel in there to act as an astringent, so that oil and water, they don't really mix. So this is going to help it to mix. So you're going to fill that with water, then you're going to add that spray top, shake it a little before you use it, and then you would spray your mask kind of from a distance, I'd say here to here. And you can also use this to sanitize your hands as well and spraying surfaces and tables. So this is a DIY. Okay, in the defense, oh my gosh, I love this product. Anytime that someone is not well, actually my husband has a cold at the moment, so I'm taking this just to boost my immunity, and I will take this product leading up to taking a flight and or on an airplane, and I take this bottle with me for sure when I travel. So inner defense reinforces your systemic defenses. It creates unfriendly terrain for yeast, fungus, and it promotes healthy respiratory function. So anyone also suffering or is prone to getting yeast infections or any kind of fungal infections, this is a great way to just prevent that. So I do know some people who will take one of these daily for that purpose. So it contains potent essential oils such as oregano or oregano, thyme and Thieves, which are all rich in thymol or thymol, carvacrol, and eugenol. I know everyone pronounces these differently, and you can look those up and see how they work. So it's all for immune support. So the liquid soft gels dissolve quickly for maximum results, and the soft gel capsules are formulated with fish gelatin to remove the need for carrageenan and beeswax. Okay, then I take these 2 products with me as well. So there's Life9, which is the adult probiotic, and then there is Mighty Pro, which is the kids probiotic. The kids probiotic is really delicious. They love them. You just cut that sachet and they just take it back. It's for them, it's like having a sugary treat, and it's absolutely no sugar. It's all natural sugars in that. So my kids seriously love that. And my younger one, the biggest fight is, I want another one. I'm like, you don't need another one. No, but I love it. I want another one. No, you get one a day. So she loves it that much. Okay, so the Mighty Pro is unique, synergistic blend of prebiotics and probiotics, and it's a supplement specifically formulated for children. So it tastes like a berry blast. It's got a lot of our NINGXIA flavor in it, by the way. So it's packaged in easy one-dose packets that can be taken almost anywhere that you go. The supplement features over 8 billion active live cultures to support digestive and immune health. So it features a great tasting formula that can be added to cold food and drinks for easy consumption. So if you have a baby who's just started eating solids, my recommendation is you pour out that packet into the first 2 tablespoons of food, not the whole packet of food, or the whole, let's just say that you're giving them a total of a 1/4 cup of food, of solids, of a puree. I would mix it in with only 2 tablespoons worth, and that they're getting it within their first few tablespoons of having the solid. That way, if they don't finish the solid, at least they ate and finished all the probiotics. So Mighty Pro supports gastrointestinal and immune health and maintains gut health in children, keeping them up and active. Okay, and by the way, Life9 does the same thing. It's just the adult version and doesn't taste as yummy. It's just a capsule we take with water. All right, so the wellness roller, this one happens to be the recipe for kids, and it's topical. So this roller, at the moment, I always have 3 in my house. Actually, I keep 1 in my girls' bathroom. I keep 1 between their bedrooms, and I keep 1 by the front door. So you don't have to be as obsessive like me, and 1 is actually often rotating in my purse. But you do need to have 1 of these, and I really recommend that you're using this daily on your children. So to make this, it's 5 drops of purification in this empty roller, 5 drops of thieves, 3 drops of frankincense, 3 drops of lemon, 1 drop of oregano is optional, but I really, really recommend it. It basically kills bacteria. So now you would fill this with an organic carrier oil of your choice. My favorite is Young Living's V6. Next best would be MCT oil, which you can find in almost every grocery store. The adult ratios, you basically want to times by like 2 in this recipe. So it would be 10 drops of purification, 10 drops of thieves, even up to 15 drops of purification and 15 drops of thieves for those of you who really do tend to get sick or are more prone to catching whatever else is going on. It's about 8 drops of frankincense, 8 drops of lemon, and then we put 5 drops of oregano in our adult roller. And by the way, this is going to be rolled on the back and under feet. So before my kids go off to anything, whether it is school or a play date, before they leave this house, I roll this under their feet. When we fly or travel or do a road trip or whatever it is, I actually keep it in my purse, and I will just roll down their spine up to 3 times a day, or I'll just do it more frequently. If I'm on an airplane, I will really try and do this every 2 to 3 hours. I'll just do a quick roll down on their spine. And if it's hot and summer months like you have, it just goes under their feet. Absolutely fine. We have the largest paws under our feet, so that's why it absorbs really quickly. Okay, Breathe Easy Roller for adults. The topical one, so to make a roller bottle again, you put 12 drops of RC, 8 drops of lemon, 8 drops of purification, and fill it with carrier oil, and then you would roll it on your chest. I love this also for traveling. I know when I'm on an airplane, I get very congested. I mean, it's recycled air, so it's not even a sickness. It's just a battle with like sinus stuff. So this is incredible for anybody who has congestion or sinus related issues, not congestion due to seasonal allergies. That's going to be different, and we're going to talk about that one in a second. So this is a great roller as well, and also really helpful if someone has a cough. So you just roll it right by where it's kind of catching with the cough. For a child, please divide this by 3. So instead of 12 drops, you could put 4 drops of RC. Instead of 8 drops of lemon, go ahead and put 2 to 3 drops of lemon and 2 to 3 drops of purification in a 10 ml roller. And that would be for like ages 3 to 5. As soon as they're 6 years old, you can go ahead and add like 1 more drop to each one of those things. So just make sure you're following age appropriate dilutions. All right, this one is for headaches. Something that I find happens a lot when I travel, especially flying again, is I get head tension, and so much of it is from dehydration and just straight up elevation. Something that's happened as I've gotten older is as I land in Johannesburg, the altitude is so much that I always get very swollen for the first day that I'm there, and I definitely have a headache. So if you're dealing with any elevation stuff, this is a fantastic roller to have. And by the way, just a quick throwing it in there, Cyprus is amazing for flying because of circulation. And also, so you would just put some under your feet. It's also fantastic for these altitude issues if you find any kind of swelling, like I know I am prone to getting. So for the head tension recipe, you would take a roller bottle and you'd put 10 drops of Panaway, 10 drops of Vala, 8 drops of Copaiba, and 8 drops of peppermint, and you'd fill that with a carrier oil. This is definitely an adult roller. It's quite a lot in there for pain, so there really shouldn't be a reason that a child would need this. And another really great thing to use that I do a lot is I would also take 1 drop of frankincense and just put it on your thumb. So I will like put 1 drop in the palm of my hand, put my thumb in there and put it on the roof of my mouth. And that's another great way to relieve some head tension. Okay, tummy issues. This is a brilliant one for kids, and you want to make sure that you have a roller for them and possibly a roller for yourself. A lot of the time I just grab Dajaz, just the oil as it is, and I will take a drop internally by putting a drop under my tongue. And it works very quickly and really, really helps me. So for making a roller so that you have something in your purse, again, this is an adult roller right here. So in a 10 ml bottle, you'd put 15 drops of Dajaz, 10 drops of peppermint, and you'd fill it with carrier oil, and you would roll it on your belly. A fun trick is if you are constipated, sometimes our systems go into shock when we do flights. So if you're constipated, you want to roll it clockwise. If you're actually having diarrhea, you want to go anti-clockwise on your belly. So for a child, you definitely want to do far less drops than what is showing here. And it's about, for a child that's like 3 years old and above, it's about 10 drops of Dajaz and about 5 drops of peppermint is fine. And then again, for us adults, you can also make a capsule if you want to take some empty capsules with you. I don't often travel with empty capsules. I just take my inner defense and it's ready to go. And I will it just depends how far I'm traveling, but I don't typically travel with a whole lot of capsules. I go more with my pocket pharmacy with all my oils in that. All right, so those are great ones to kind of make and have for yourself. Okay, fever reducer roller. This happens to also be an adult dilution. So this is a roller. You would put 10 drops of peppermint, 10 drops of frankincense, 5 drops of lemon, and fill it with MCT oil. And to use this, a nice way to always remember fever is the letters T and O. So you want to do a T on the back. The T goes, the top part of the T behind the neck, and then the bottom part of the T down the spine, and then the O goes around the belly. If it is a child, if we're talking a baby to 3 years old, please watch with peppermint. You want 1 drop of peppermint in a 10 ml roller is absolutely plenty. When they hit about 2.5 years old, 3 years old, you can put 2 drops of peppermint. Same for the other ingredients here. So it would be 2 peppermint, 2 frankincense, and like 1 drop of lemon. And you would roll it in the same places that I said. Okay, so here is allergies. Those of you who suffer with runny nose, watery eyes, you're going to do the seasonal support or the allergy trio, which is LLP, lavender, lemon, peppermint. So in the diffuser, you're putting a drop of lavender, lemon, and peppermint, 2 drops of each of those, and you can make a roller and have that ready to go. So that would be a 10 ml roller bottle with 10 drops of each of those, lavender, lemon, and peppermint, and fill it with carrier oil. I'll go to the chats at the end. By the way, I see that it's popping up, so I'll double check that. All right, for sleep, those of you who might struggle with sleep, jet lag. So if you are traveling across time zones, I definitely take stuff for sleep. So I will pack lavender and cedarwood for sure. And this one for the diffuser, I'll put 3 drops of lavender, 3 drops of cedarwood. A nice addition is also frankincense. And same for kids, you can do that. There is some talk of cedarwood giving nightmares for some children. So instead of that, you want to replace that with white angelica or just leave it out. So you know your kids best. You can kind of see how that goes for them. I find that when I use cedarwood, I have very, very vivid and busy dreams, but I do sleep incredibly deeply. So topically, you can put 1 to 2 drops of lavender and you'd apply it neat on your feet. If you have little ones, you can put that on your hands and put it on their pillow or their sheets. So that's a nice way to sleep well. Thieves tea, I always travel with thieves and lemons so I can make thieves tea. When we did 3 of these trips to South Africa from the United States last year, doing all the events within Young Living, I cannot tell you how many people I made thieves tea for, because so many of us who were doing this trip, even corporate staff who were coming from Young Living, where 1 or 2 of them weren't feeling well from just traveling and being so busy. I was literally making thieves tea for people. And then I also would have it for myself just to keep my immunity up. So this is going to be, I take a mug, I put honey at the bottom. It's about a tablespoon of honey. I add 1 drop of thieves, 2 drops of lemon. I add warm water, not boiling hot, because whenever we add too much heat, we're breaking down the oils, the constituents in the oils. We don't want to do that. So it's just warm water, you stir it and then enjoy. Now, if I have a little one and they are, I would say 2 years and younger, I'm definitely going, and of course, if they're under 1, then I don't use honey. I actually use maple syrup or agave. So I just change up and I don't give honey, of course, because we know we can't give honey to babies until they're 1. But with younger children, what I do is I make this recipe as normal, and then I pour half of that thieves tea into their sippy cup or whatever thing that they drink out of. And I add in another half of plain water. So essentially, I have diluted this recipe exactly a half, so that they're getting pretty much half a drop of thieves and 1 drop of lemon, and then they can have it with, the honey and drink it. All right, so how can you get all of these things? NINGXIA Red, there is a NINGXIA kit, which is awesome. It's a really, really good value because it comes with 3 essential oils. Every now and again, there's a trade between, is it orange or is it lavender? It just depends on what is in stock. But that's still such a great deal to get the NINGXIA Red sachets. There's 30 of them, so it's a month supply. And then you will get either orange or lavender, depending on what's in stock, peppermint and lemon, and it's 1,472 Rand. And of course, it's valued at 2,120. So it's a nice bundle. And the other way is a premium starter kit. So this price includes delivery, but it is actually 2,268 Rand. And delivery, if you opted for essential rewards, is actually going to be cheaper for the shipping, but it's approximately, it's either, I think it's 72 Rand or it's 90 Rand, depending on if you chose essential rewards or if you are just buying the kit outright. Essential rewards is our loyalty program where you get freebies on months 3, 6, 9, and 12 for being on the program. You also get cheaper shipping, and you also get points back. So it builds up like a store credit for you to then go and redeem those for whatever products it is that you love and that you want. You get them then for free. So our starter kit comes with, and look at these oils, like I've just spoken about all of these. So it comes with lavender, lemon, peppermint, frankincense, orange, eucalyptus radiata, citronella, thieves, vala, and purification. Like of all of these, I pretty much touched on, I think, 8 out of these 10 tonight. So it's all the oils that I use all the time. I've actually purchased that starter kit twice in my house because of how much we use the oils. And it was just a great way to pretty much get a free diffuser because that's what the value is. So this is an oil and glass recipe book. It's a beautiful recipe book. They are available in South Africa. Several different people sell them. So you're welcome to also email and ask me who has them at the moment, and I can put you in touch. So it's a beautiful guide and book on all different things that you can make in terms of recipes. And then Young Living has resources for you that are also free, of course. They have their Facebook groups. There's Young Living Essential Oils and there's Young Living South Africa. There's also a blog, which is amazing. It's called the Lavender Life blog, and you can look that up. It's youngliving.com/blog. Tons of ideas there for you. And then they have their Instagram, which is at Young Living or at Young Living Africa. And then our resources within our team, Hello Essentials, we have a Facebook group, which is called Hello Essentials South Africa. And we also have a global one that has about 38,000 people in there. So it's a very active group. Don't let that overwhelm you. It just means that there's lots of information that you can tap into as you need or want. So you can look up recipes and ideas. We also have a WhatsApp group. So there's tons of those broken up within our team. So it just depends on who your oily guru is or your oily support, but you will be and should be added to a WhatsApp group. If you haven't been, reach out to me so that I can get you put in the right one. And then we have an Instagram page as well, which is at hello.essentials.south.africa. And we're always doing fun things in there. So keep a lookout.